drops straight back. He looks, tries to throw. The ball is intercepted. At the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Joseph Lee.
Back to pass. You can see well over that line. Looking deep. And a drill down by Hatboro-Horsham. Blindsided. Number 5, Kingsley Naru. Up the middle. Touchdown, Hatters.
And Walsh is to the left side. He's at 15, 10. Cuts outside. He's in the 5. Ducks it down.
Oh, nice move.
On the final.
Low, let's see, does he get his feet down? Yes.
Yes, wow.
He does.
What a
He does
catch.
get the feet down. Touchdown, Hatboro-Horsham.
Here come the Hatters.
We had a lead going into halftime, but it was a close lead. And Cheltenham schemed us up pretty good at halftime, and they came out and they moved the ball on us in the running game really well, and wound up back and forth in the second half. You know, we had a couple big plays, a couple turnovers. And
up to the last 3 minutes, I remember we were sticking in the game, and it was going back and forth most of the time throughout the game. And right before 3 minutes, I remember I think I threw a pick, and I was devastated. I was so upset with myself. I was frustrated, and I just went back to the sideline and was just pacing back and forth, just hoping we'd get the ball back.
Cheltenham was driving, and it's just going under 3 minutes. I had started to take timeouts a few plays prior to that to try to preserve some time, you know, in anticipating getting a drive stop. And had they gotten 2 more first downs, the game would have been iced. It would have been over. So when I called this timeout, I just ran out onto the field and, you know, basically told the guys, listen, it's not over.
He was being motivational, telling us to get after it, don't give up, pick our heads up. The game's not over, the game's never over.
He said, we need the ball back and we just need to win the game. It was very intense.
It was end of the season. You know, he kind of looked at all of us and said, you know, this is it. You know, we want to come down to the end of the season. You know, we want to get this last league win definitely, and you know, it was just like setting us up to, you know, for good things to happen.
I just saw the guy coming at me, and I thought we need the ball back, so I went for the forced fumble, and that's what happened.
And all of a sudden, you see Joe Lee picking up the ball and like running down the sideline. You know, I actually thought he might take it all the way back to the end zone for a touchdown.
That was exciting. It was a big part of the game, big moment to just give momentum to our team.
They started with the ball on our side of the 50, and Joe brought it all the way back to inside the 30. So we're, you know, primed, ready to score. The very next play, you know, trying to seize the momentum and the sudden change of the turnover, I called the double move to Charlie.
They were in a cover 3, so Charlie, we just did a little hitch and go, and I just looked off the safety to the left and went back to the right to Charlie for a touchdown.
I know I was a single receiver by myself to the right, and I know my label was called X traffic, where I did like a 5-yard like stop, look back at the quarterback, and then fake and go. And they were playing man coverage. He was like 7 yards off me, and even though he's like kind of like far back, when I did my stop and like looked, I like kind of felt him jump up, try to like jump the route, so I just like ran for the end zone, and that's when Casey threw the pass, and I knew I had a diving catch, and it was like perfectly passed right into my hand. I kind of felt like it would happen. I knew that I was getting the ball, I was gonna score, and I just looked for Charlie. Chuck made a huge play, and it was awesome.
We were ready to get after it, stop them, because they weren't going to win that game.
I thought it was on me to win the game, so I stepped it up and went for the sack.
It was a very exciting play. The ball just came to me, and there was a wide open field, and I just took the ball and ran.
I remember running down the sideline, probably, you know, as fast as I could run, you know, trying to keep up with Adam and just, you know, cheering and going nuts. You know, jumping up in the air, and one of my assistant coaches came and wound up somehow, some way, laying on top of a pile of bodies, and it was just absolute elation on the sideline, and that was a great feeling.
It's got to be top 5. I've had some of the fourth quarter, like last drives, winning the game and stuff, and it's the greatest feeling.
On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say it would be a 9 or a 10.
Number 1.
In my career, number 1, since that was my first win here, starting.
That last win was definitely mean something for the rest of it would be something I remember for the rest of my career.
It really, validates or vindicates, all of the hard work that led into it, and it makes it that much sweeter, when it does happen that way.
Walsh. There's a draw play. Room for Fitzgerald. He's got room. He breaks to the outside.
And
he's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 35-30. He's at the 25-20. The 15. Cuts back. And he's taken out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It's to Ulbrich. Ulbrich, touchdown, Hatboro-Horsham. Ulbrich on the 1 yard, right up the middle. Floats this one up there. 2 defenders there.
Looks like he got in.
And Hatboro-Horsham out at the 1.